Obviously, a really big shift is taking place. And I know that it's not just happening in my life. We are literally on a completely different timeline. And you've probably been noticing in your life too. And I see other people around me processing it. This is a big one, guys. And there's been some things that I've been noticing about it that I wanted to share with you today in this video. And it goes without saying at this point, if you're here watching a video like this, then you obviously understand that we couldn't be here having this conversation and sharing this space with each other if you didn't understand what I'm talking about. So, you shifted too. We're on this new timeline. This is a major difference in frequency, and it's like a course correction has taken place, which I'm going to share with you some things now that I really think are going to help you to be present in this shift and to go with it powerfully. Because the thing is that this shift, even though I see a lot of people around me, and in my life, I'll be a little personal with you in this video, to be honest. I'm not going to be dramatic or chaotic in my energy or anything, but there's some things that have changed in my life and people that have left and things that I literally never thought would happen in a million years. And I see people around me going through these big changes and having these kind of breakdowns and panicking and trying to figure out what's going on, and people wondering, who am I? Like, why is this happening? Why? There is a major course correction that has come in. And what I mean by this, and this is really what I'm getting from Source, from really connecting to this and having had been through many shifts before. You guys know I talk about these subjects often. This is what I'm getting from this one. The shift literally is created by you. Okay? Understand something, and I'm almost certain that you do, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. You are a spiritual being who is dreaming and having a dream that you are a human person. Okay, so when things change in our reality, understand that where that shift, where these changes are really coming from, is who you really are. Even now in this moment, this video that you have called forth into your reality, I'm just your dream. I'm literally you speaking to yourself, coming to yourself today to share some things with you that on that higher level, on that source connection, on that spiritual being of who you are dreaming this, you've course corrected. All right. Now, the major point of this shift is not that you've been doing a bad job in your life. It's not that you've been wrong about anything or you've been walking in the wrong direction. What it really is about is that we haven't been laser clear. This is what I'm getting. We haven't been laser clear on our purpose, who we really are. We haven't really fully been awake to that spiritual being that we are, dreaming this experience, dreaming this reality, co-creating it all in this collective dream together. It is time now. This is what I'm getting. And a lot of you guys, maybe you're seeing this video, you've never seen my videos before. If you like it, definitely subscribe. I talk about these kinds of things all the time. But if you're new here, you might not know that I'm a channeler, and I channel a group of source energy that I simply refer to as the Source Collective. So the Source Collective is literally like the Tao. It's the flow. It's, the Christ consciousness. It's the moksha. It's who we really are. And what is being demonstrated and directly spoken to me in my life and to share with you specifically, I really am talking to you, and I think that you can feel that this really is about you too. We are not allowed to not be clear on who we really are anymore. You understand what I'm saying? We are not allowed to be unconscious in our lives any longer. Now, we've been conscious. We've been waking up. We've been doing a really good job. I know you guys. A lot of us, we've been friends for a long time. And I know how spiritual you guys are, how tuned in. I have been. We've been genuine. We've been authentic. We've been going through these processes together, the shifting, and what is really happening right now is that there's a next level to that. There's a next level of awakening. You really are here on purpose. You really did come here to be who you really are. Now, this is what Source is telling me, and I don't mean it in an offensive way. I mean this as, this is a gift I'm intending to share with you today. You've been dabbling in who you really are, but you haven't gone all in because you still have some fears. This shift is bringing up a lot of those fears and a lot of those pains. And understand that if you are one of the special chosen people who have had major things shift, major direction changes that are so obvious, things leaving your life, your direction suddenly becoming very clear to you, I want to let you know that this is really good news because it means that you're at the forefront of the ascension process. This shift that we're going through right now, I'm told that others, like literally all of the collective of humanity, is going to be going through this frequency shift that we've just gone through within a few months. So we're at the forefront of it, meaning that you are part of the ascension process, right? You are meant to go through this first and ground in these higher vibrational energies to hold that space for others, because who you are is actually really a compassionate and giving being. And whether you're giving through art or giving through videos or giving through service at your work or just giving through company, a lot of people don't necessarily realize that the vibration and the frequency they are holding in their lives, the consciousness that they're expanded to, is benefiting the collective whole. Even if you're not talking directly to somebody. These are very powerful shifts, guys, that are happening. Now, that's the main thing that I wanted you to know and to remember, that you are a spiritual being dreaming that you are a human. And you dream a lot of things into reality. And the more your human self resists them or freaks out and panics, it turns the dream into a nightmare. Think about it. When you go to sleep at night and you have a dream, if something happens in the dream you don't like and you start resisting it, you start freaking out, it starts to spiral and becomes an even worse nightmare, and you go deeper into unconsciousness, deeper. Consciousness is about being awake in this moment and highly, highly tuned in to who you really are. There's more to you than this human person. And the point of this shift is basically saying you cannot ignore that anymore. And this shift is saying, let's take it from an idea, an understanding, a dogma we've heard, I am a spiritual being having a human experience. Let's take it from that to self-realization. Okay, what's the difference between understanding and self-realization? This is what I've been getting, and I really feel guided right now in this moment, like we are really meant to be having this conversation, you and I. What I'm getting is very clear that our previous understanding is like thinking that a picture, like literally a printed out picture, right? Let's say this is a piece of cardboard. Let's say it's a picture. It's like you're in a freezing cold night and it's snowing and you're naked and you're wet and it's like it's freezing and you're holding a picture of a fire thinking that that's going to warm you. Okay, a lot of our spiritual ideas have been just that, ideas, a picture in our mind. A picture of a fire won't warm you. We need the real thing. You have to actually experience the fire for yourself. That is what this shift is about. That is what this frequency upgrade is really all about. And if you're at the forefront of it, understand that's good news, because it means that Spirit knows that not only can you handle this, but that you are going to integrate it very well, and that your integration of it is going to help people all over the world. Whether you share messages like I do or not, like literally you just being you is the most beneficial thing you could do for anybody. Being authentic, being genuine, being tuned into who you really are, that is the most profound gift that we could possibly share. That is something that I have seen deep within myself. My connection to Source and channeling is making it even more clear. Now, I do want to let you know now a few things that are more personal that have shifted and changed in my life. And like I said, I want to be honest and say, there's no drama here. I'm not going to be dramatic. I'm not going to, put out some chaotic energy. But there's been some really big changes. And I hope that my sharing some of them may inspire you to be able to become conscious in the changes that you're experiencing and realize that it's all connected and that these shifts really are coming from you, right? It's not somebody else in charge of your life that's puppeteering you around and trying to force you to be someone. It's literally you trying to get you on the human level to remember who you are. You see the difference? But actually, before I tell you that, coming up on September 8th, I'm literally hosting an online live stream workshop. It's a 2 to 3 hour workshop where we get to work together, answer questions, and I've got this whole course material worked out. This event it's been really awesome. I did it this previous Saturday. It was really the coolest event I've ever done, and the group of people I got to meet and work with was awesome too, so not gonna lie, that definitely had something to do with it. But this is a really, really powerful event, and if you're going through this process right now in your life of remembering who you are and waking up to the truth and becoming free from the false self, the ego, really coming into alignment and power, that is literally what this event is about. And this September 8th is the last time I'm doing it. And that's not a bluff, I'm just being honest. I'm moving into new things that Source is calling me to. So this is the last time this is going to be available. So now that I mentioned that to you, and the link's in the description of the video, of course, but you probably figured that. If you look in my description, I'll be like, damn, this guy's got a lot of links. Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff, guys. Okay. So many of you have been here with me for a while. And if you're a really perceptive person, and I've been holding my hands up enough, you'll notice that my ring, my engagement ring, is gone. And that's because Ruby and I have separated. Ruby was my partner. Now, I've got nothing bad to say about Ruby, nothing negative to say about her at all, and I never will to anybody. She's a great person, and our experience together has been profound. But this shift, it's not leaving any room for us to keep doing things that are not really true to who we are. And I wanted to tell you something about this shift that I think is the coolest part, that I genuinely feel like you'll be pumped about, because it has profound implications for who we really are and the connection in your life, like how powerful you actually are. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started channeling deeply Source, and it's been a profound and beautiful experience. And the more I do it, the more these frequencies and energies come through my system, and I'm literally remembering, like literally, it's not just an idea, literally remembering and becoming aware in spirit, like where I actually exist on a higher dimensional level, why I came here. And it became very clear to me that there are a lot of things that who I really am has been trying to get my attention to do, like channel this book, which I'm like halfway done with now. It's going really, really well. You guys, I'm so excited to share it with you. It's like undeniably awesome. And it's really cool to look at it and read it myself and be like, damn, like I'm not even afraid to publish this book because I'm excited to share it. So there's been a lot of things happening, like coming into alignment with that. And also a lot of knowing and remembering of a sort of higher level plan, Again, I want to remind you that it's not that somebody else, it's not that your Source's puppet. It's not that, there's somebody else up in the sky pulling the strings, trying to force you to live your life a certain way. It's you. That's you up there. It's literally you. So what I wanted to communicate is that when you wake up to who you are, you literally remember a lot of things. And I remembered a person who I have not met yet, but that I know that I'm going to. And I know this may sound a little bit strange to some people, but if you're still here and you've resonated with this video, I'm sure you'll at least give me permission to be a weirdo and not judge me for saying it. But this is the truth, The more I've been channeling the Source, the more it becomes clear to me that there are certain things that are absolutely real, like archangels, for example. And Gabriel and I, we're like two peas in a pod, to put it simply. And there's somebody else here that is alive right now who is also two peas in a pod with the angels, very connected to Source, and is my divine partnership that I'm meant to co-create with. That we both have a profound connection to the angel realm, and we are here to work together. And it's obvious, like, here's the thing, like, I even know exactly what they look like. I know exactly what they look like. And, I don't know their name. I'm not able to pull that through. I'm still practicing the channeling and getting more and more clear as I go, but like, I know that they're blonde. I know that they have blue eyes. I know exactly like the way that they talk, their vibe, their energy. The second I bump into this person, I know exactly who they are. And Source has showed me clearly that they are waiting for me and calling me in, and that it's time. Now, I'm not saying I'm just like, let's go meet the next person I'm going to date, because obviously my relationship just ended. I'm obviously going to take time for myself. But what I am saying is that there are very big things that are happening, and you are a part of something very special and extraordinary. And the more we trust in the voice of who we really are, the more power comes into our life. And it's a loving, it's a compassionate power. It's becoming very clear to me that you are literally a king. You're literally a queen. This entire world is your kingdom. And we're here to rule it and bring about these profound shifts and changes, and in a way that is so in tune and so in touch with Source and who we really are. And so I just wanted to congratulate you and let you know, if anything really challenging is happening in your life, I understand things can be tough and it can be hard to trust sometimes, but the more we do, the more things flow and work for us really well. Now, I want to make something else clear, that again, some people may think this dude's legit nuts. I'm learning to be okay with that and trust, because I've seen things and experienced things now that are undeniable coming from the real reality, right? Because this reality is really an illusion. It's really a dream. And I teach that exactly in the event I advertised to you guys earlier. So if you want to know more about what I've been seeing and experiencing, we can work together there. In short, what I do want to share about it now in this video is that about a week and a half ago, I began channeling through these clear memories of this person, of the future, and basically hearing her essence and her source, this aspect of me, because we're all one, literally saying, dude, it's time, I'm ready, let's go. Why are you still holding on? Let go of your fears, you can trust, like I promise, like our relationship is just going to be so divine and a connection that you really can't have with anybody else as much as you want to, because our connection is true. It's really who we are. It's not just some story, right? It's on a level of being. And I was like, I trusted that, but I didn't want to do anything with it because breakups are hard. So then Source tells me, Nathan, if you do not break up with Ruby, like I'm not pulling your guys' legs, okay? Ask yourself in your heart if what I'm saying is true. I know you have the intuition to recognize that I'm an honest person and I wouldn't just make this stuff up. Literally like a week and a half ago, Source literally says to me, profoundly clear message, Nathan, if you do not break up with Ruby, we are going to make her break up with you. And I said to myself, I'll do anything else. I'll write the book, I'll make the classes, I'll host the events, I'll channel the messages on YouTube like you're asking me to do. I will do everything. Like I will give everything I am to everybody every day, but I'm not going to hurt her in that way. I'm not doing it. Source says, okay, she's going to break up with you. And I said to myself, there's no way. Like, you got to understand, our relationship has not been having problems. We've been through so much together. I literally have nothing negative to say about her or my experience with her. Whoever she ends up being with is like a seriously blessed guy or girl. Seriously blessed. So congratulations if that ends up being you. But it's interesting because out of nowhere, literally within a week of saying, we're going to make her break up with you if you don't do it, she comes to me and she says, Nathan, I know it doesn't make any sense. You didn't do anything. I literally have no reason or explanation for this. But Source, God, is saying to me more clearly than I've ever heard anything before, you have to leave Nathan. And said very clearly to her that it's in our best interests and she can't be afraid to hurt me. And so she did. And, this Source connection, who we really are, it's undeniably powerful. And I want to say this too, when you're connected to your Source, the dream becomes very malleable and things happen very quickly. And that means if you are being very resistant and you're in a lot of fear and you're freaking out about things, you're going to get that reflection back a lot sooner now than you would have used to, because there's more power coming to you when you're connected to Source. So it's important right now that we have our Source connection. I know you do if you're still listening to this. You would have quit out if this was like, didn't make sense to you. So I know you get it. Our tuning to our Source also means that on the human level, we need to maintain a clear level of trust with who we are. Our guides, Source, God, the universe, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, from what I can see, it's literally all the same thing. That's my opinion. And we just got to trust. And you just got to, you can do what you want. This is your life experience. None of my business to tell you what you need to do to succeed in life. How could I know that? You know yourself better than anybody. It makes no sense to think I'd know more about you than you do. But I will say this. I know who you are on a higher level, and I know how great you are. And so I just want to say that it doesn't make sense to spend any time on the human level thinking you're not great or feeling unworthy or writhing in pain and resisting these shifts and changes that are happening, because who you really are is really something special. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I just want you to feel the presence of who you are the way I am now in my life, because there's nothing better. It's really not the fame, the sex, the money, the success, the traveling, the luxury. It's not any of these things. I mean, those things are cool, but they're all part of the dream. They don't even come marginally close to the satisfaction of literally being awake to who you are. It's profound. And you know what? I didn't plan on doing this, but I've written a lot of my book so far. I'm probably going to be ready to publish it, honestly, within a week or two, as soon as I get the money together, because it's coming through clearer. I'm more clear than I've ever been, and it's hilarious with all the crazy stuff going on. I'm going to basically copy and paste. I'll tag it in the comments. I'll link it in the description, just like the first chapter of the book for you, because I have this guidance right now that you're supposed to see it and read it. I'm putting it up for free. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to make money off of you on this. I just really feel like reading the first chapter, which is the introduction to this connection to Source. I think that you're really going to benefit from it. And I hope that it enables you to trust in who you are more, because it's profound what happens when we do. And I know it. I absolutely know it now, because of the evidence I'm getting in my life, the things I'm seeing. There's no denying. It's not some story. It's not some new belief. It's not any of that, which I thought it may have been before. It's the real reality. It is literally the truth. And everything that happens in this reality is all coming from your true being. And once you become coherent with that and you align with that being, everything in your life becomes, it's just like undeniably awesome, So I'll post that for you guys below. If you do want to support the process of me publishing the book, the best way to do that is to join us on Patreon, which is pretty cool anyways, because I channel messages each month on there. We do live events, and your presence there actually brings specific messages from Source through to you. And you can ask me questions while I'm in the channeling state too, which is kind of a cool new thing that we're doing. So that's linked in the description of this video too, and I hope to see you there, and I hope you like the book. It's like I said, I'm going to tag it in the comments, link it in the description. Thank you guys. A huge shift has obviously happened. I know it's not just me, because otherwise you wouldn't be here listening to this right now. We're going to be okay. I can see very clearly that things are going to be better than they've ever been. It doesn't mean that there's not pain on the human level, and it doesn't mean that I didn't cry myself to sleep last night either. Okay? Oh, I did. But there's a presence that's here with us, and it loves us unconditionally, and it knows. It knows. It knows the why, it knows the how, it knows the everything. Being tuned to that is well, I think you're really going to like it. If you know somebody that would benefit from this video that's going through some big changes right now and you just feel like this would resonate, send it their way, and thanks for helping to get this energy and this message out there. This is a profound time and we really are all in this together. So thanks for helping to spread the love. Thanks for holding the consciousness you do in your life. Make sure to like this video and let me know what you think below. And definitely, if you have also experienced some drastic shift that you never anticipated in these last few weeks, will you let me know below? Because this is big stuff and it's really nice to know that we're not alone. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. See you in the next video. Thanks and much love to you.